Hi everyone, today I want to talk to you about caravan covers. What we're going to discuss today are topics related to why we are covering our base camp, which covers to go for, to go loose or fitted cover, what happens with the solar panels, and the downsides of using a cover. Any suggestions I might make in this video are based on my personal experience, but I fully understand that everybody can have different point of views. Let's get straight into it. Let's start by talking about the reason why we're covering our base camp. First of all, we keep it in storage on a farm. Now, it's surrounded by other caravans, however, there are trees, there are birds, it's open to the elements, so we want to protect it as much as we can. I made that mistake before with one of my previous caravans. When I went to the storage facility, I had the opportunity to choose my pitch, but I wasn't knowledgeable enough and I ended up choosing one next to a hedge. Now, I didn't really pick up on other signs. The other caravans nearby were all getting green, getting moldy, getting dirty, and then others, but I didn't really pick up on that day. So for a long time, I had to store my caravan next to the hedge. Now, through time, I had the opportunity to change the pitch. I asked as soon as another pitch was available, could I please swap it? And that coincided with me having a new caravan. If I had covered my first caravan, I would have saved so much time in cleaning and products, because once it gets dirty and it gets green, it's really a nightmare to clean, let me tell you. Even with ladders, it's, for myself, was really hard to reach the top and the roof. I truly admire people that can say they can cover and uncover their base camp on their own. I personally found it really hard, especially as you pull the cover over and it gets stuck on the solar panel and on the aerial. So there are many elements on the roof that could stop the cover from sliding through and successfully cover the full caravan. But I must admit, a cover does protect the caravan itself. There are a lot of caravan covers out there. You could choose just to cover the top, you could choose a full cover, you could choose a loose fitted or a fully fitted cover, and there are a few companies that specialize in those, and you could buy them for the base camp for your model. The cover I went for is a loose one, just because to start with, I didn't quite see a reason why I should spend the extra money for a fitted one. Now, I had experienced a fitted cover on my previous caravan, and although it was nice and tight, there were less straps to obviously tie together, I still had those little scratches and wear and tear, especially in the corners of the caravan, and that was a proper fitted manufactured cover. So for my base camp, I decided to go loose and see how it goes really. Now, I have to admit that even with the loose one, you do get the wear and tear, especially at the corners. You can't help it. There is wind, there is weather, and any cover, even if it's fully fitted, will still have some room to move around and possibly scratch the windows or the corners of the caravan. There are products out there that can obviously remove the scratches, so you can still maintain your caravan in good shape, even though you might see some wear and tear on the paintwork. Now, there is an argument about covers, having a cover, and the fact that it doesn't allow ventilation inside your caravan. Although this could be true, there is also another fact that plays into it. Now, when I put a cover just before winter, I remove all the soft furnishing from the caravan itself. Obviously, I give it a good clean, but anything that is fabric material comes out completely and I store it at home. I take the battery out. I make sure that the ventilation holes are free, so you still get some ventilation inside, and sometimes I do leave all my cupboards open. Most importantly, don't forget the fridge always needs to be open to be ventilated throughout during storage. I also probably overdo it by adding a couple of dehumidifiers in. Now again, there is an argument there that why would you need them? You're just taking away the moisture from the outside, and so they are pretty much unnecessary. Now, touch wood, I've never had mold, and it's something that I've always used, some very small dehumidifiers in a couple of places in the caravan, and for years I never had any problems, so I'll continue to do so. But I do understand that some people point of views are different, and they might see a completely useless thing to do. Now, if you have a base camp, you probably have solar panels on top of it. And there is another question: does the cover affect the solar panels? Now, personally, as I prepared the caravan for winter, I put the cover on, but I do remove the leisure battery. So the problem for me doesn't exist because the solar panels don't need to be used. But if you leave the battery in and you want to cover your caravan, there are a couple of companies, they do fitted covers with a cutout for solar panels, and that will allow for the leisure battery to continue to work, operate, and take obviously the power from the solar panels. With that comes a risk that every cover in time will perish, UV lights, weather conditions, etc. So there is a risk that the stitching around the solar panel hole in time might perish and might let the water in. But again, this is personal choice. If you want to go and try a cover with a cutout for a solar panel, I hear very successful stories of people that have had it for years and never had a problem. So to conclude, ultimately this is personal experience. Go for whatever you feel is right for you. Over the years I have tried many different types of covers, many brands. The only one I haven't tried, but I was tempted to, is the top cover. So it's that one I mentioned earlier that only covers the top of the caravan and then has straps that straps around at the bottom. I really wanted to try one of those because I thought it was going to be an easy cover to put on, but obviously the protection that it gives you is limited to the top only. As I'm talking to you, I'm going to show you a quick video of the cover easily coming off in a windy day, and I'm going to show you another video of the cover obviously being taken home, cleaned up and folded in the right way. It takes some practice to fold the cover at the right shape, in the right size, to go back into the original bag. Now the bags are spacious, but you still have to learn that technique so that it fits nicely back in the bag. As I mentioned, the scratches, especially in the corners, that's my personal experience. These are basically the downsides of using a caravan cover. However, for me, the benefits are much higher. So the scratches can be maintained afterwards with cleaning products and other methods. So I'd rather have a cleaner covered caravan than having to deal with the cleaning process and the step ladders and tools. I certainly don't enjoy cleaning the caravan. I hope you found this video enjoyable and useful. If you do have any questions, just pop them in, leave a comment, contact me, and I hope you have a good day.